Well, Netflix has done it again. I've talked about a lot of Netflix movies over the years. You know, I was there in the trenches in 2018 with Kissing Booth, Insatiable, the To All the Boys movies, which are actually pretty okay to be fair. And then there was Tall Girl, the 365 Days movies, Damsel. But I gotta say, the new Netflix movie, A Family Affair, is honestly, like, this might be the worst thing Netflix has put out in a long time. Like, maybe even worse than 365 Days, okay, as crazy as that sounds. Those movies are garbage, right? But at the very least, you got extremely attractive European people being all woo-hoo for 2 hours, right? Like, at least there's something you can have a guilty pleasure about. But this new movie has nothing. There is nothing going on in this movie. This is honestly one of the most boring things I've ever seen. But hey, come on, let's take a walk and talk about it. So the movie starts out with our main character, Zara. Now, Zara is the assistant or something for the world's biggest movie star, Chris Cole. Now, at this particular moment, she's rushing over to help him break up with his current girlfriend.
What we have is so special and spectacular and...
Whoa, hi! You see that really, really famous guy over there that looks really mad at me right now? It looks like he wants to kill me. Yeah, that's my boss. And I really need to get this.
I'm furiously joyful.
You know, Zac Efron said his jaw was broken and therefore he had to get surgery, which is why he looks like this now. But like, so did Mark Hamill back in the 80s, and he did not show up to Return of the Jedi looking like, oh hey, I'm here for Han Solo. Anyway, so the setup of the movie is that Chris is this big movie star, and so of course he's like impossible to work with.
I was stuck there, stalling, just riffing. That was one of my best performances of all time.
Nah, man, the best work you ever did was Ben on it from High School Musical 2, okay? You know, apparently this whole thing was made up on the spot, just like pure improv. I mean, only a true, like, once-in-a-lifetime genius could ever come up with something like,
I have to be true to myself.
I had to say a lot more than I wrote down last night, which means Ashley probably felt the sting of rejection much more because of you. Like, you deserve to be fired.
Then fire me.
No.
You know, Zach is not really selling this whole toxic boss thing very well. Like, I don't know, he just seems kind of goofy.
So, my house, 8:30, and bring a latte with cow's milk from a real cow. You still make that? Or is that, like, canceled?
Good one, dude. But yeah, so he's selfish and mean, and he dates girls and then breaks up with them. Can you believe it? What kind of person dates someone for a while and then breaks up with them?
You gotta go clean up this mess and pick up my stuff from Ashley's.
No, God, please, no, Chris. Ugh. When you gave earrings to Kimmy and Whitney, it was like so awful for me getting your stuff back. I felt like I was grave robbing.
Now also, it's Zara's dream to be like a big-time producer or something, and she's been working for Chris for 2 years now in hopes of working her way up the ladder. But until she can do that, she's just kind of stuck doing whatever Chris wants her to do, which is the job she signed up for. But yeah, you know, what a jerk.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Like, have supermarkets changed at all?
Well, I'm looking at the Oreo aisle, and it's gotten totally out of control. I'm seeing cinnamon bun Oreos, something called snowy enrobed Oreos.
Hey, I think maybe this movie might be sponsored by Oreos, guys. I don't know. What do you think?
Like, are you sure that this grocery store is going to have this? Like, what is it called again?
Isolated whey protein, or whey protein isolated. It doesn't matter, whatever one. Just look for the word ISO.
Okay, I mean, gosh, you play one superhero and you're like a biochemist or something.
What? I'm sorry, but like, she's been working for this guy for 2 years and is also just a person who lives in modern society, and like, she's never heard of whey protein? Who wrote this movie? But yeah, so she's feeling kind of frustrated that she hasn't made much progress on her dream vision board or whatever, so she rushes on home to talk to her mom about feelings and stuff.
Mom, were you my age when you published your first book?
No, I was 29. Why?
Just wondering when my life is gonna start.
You're 24, baby. Isn't Chris building you up to run his company?
Sometimes I think he forgets.
My dude, you are 24? How am I not a CEO yet, Mom? I'm literally 24. But like, this is pretty much Zara's entire character here. Like, she's 24, and the whole movie, she just whines about how she feels like her life is going nowhere because she's not like a CEO or executive producer yet. I mean, come on, Mom, I'm almost 25, which is basically 30. And you know what happens when you hit 30? You start going to bed at 9 p.m. All your favorite foods give you acid reflux, Mom. You get excited when someone gives you socks for Christmas because it's such a practical gift. Anyway, so Zara's supposed to be at Chris's place at 8:30 the next day, but she decides decides to hang out with her friend who's a celebrity closet organizer slash screenwriter because this is LA, and of course she is. Yeah, I wrote a script I've been passing around the last couple years. Not to brag or anything, but J.J. Abrams looked at it once. Oh, so are you writing more scripts to hone your craft while you're trying to get this one picked up? No, just the one. Like, it's literally the best movie ever written, so like, why bother, you know what I'm saying?
Can you please just fix Chris's script?
Zara, I just don't think I can write action heroes.
Of course you can.
What about the rewrite you told me to do on my movie? You know, it's a coming of queer dramedy, my coming of queer dramedy. I mean, what's his movie even about?
It's Die Hard meets Miracle on 34th Street.
So it's not about anything.
And then she decides to mosey on over to Chris's place at like whatever time she feels like. And for some weird reason, Chris is like upset that she's late to the whole doing her job thing.
No, I changed the code.
Oh my.
I told you to be here at 8:30. I called you. You didn't pick up.
I had that meeting with that great writer for the rewrites, and it ran late.
What writer? I said be here at 8:30.
And so now Zara is upset that Chris is mad that she chose to be late and ignore his phone calls like 45 minutes after she was supposed to be there. But you see, this is just an example of how much of a terrible toxic boss Chris is, you know what I'm saying? So Zara quits.
I quit.
What?
I climbed the gate because I thought it was the decent thing to tell you face to face that I quit.
Oh, hold on, Zara. I gotta go suck some peanut butter through a straw for a while.
You know what? 2 years ago, you said I would start as your assistant, and I'd learn the business. Then I'd become associate producer, and then producer, and eventually work up to running your company.
You have no experience producing.
And how am I gonna get experience, Chris, when all I do is pick up your dry cleaning?
I'm literally 24, Chris. I've been doing this job for 2 years. How come I'm not in charge yet? Anyway, so she quits and storms out and gives him a good old harumph. Now, later on, Zara's out doing whatever she does, and Chris decides to go over to her house to try and get her back to work for him again, because somehow the biggest movie star in Hollywood right now has only like one handler assistant person. But when Chris goes over there, he meets her mom.
God. Jesus. Sorry.
You're Zara's boss.
The front door was... You left the front door open.
Do you always just let yourself in?
Well, I'm famous, so... Yeah.
And so after talking for literally like 4 minutes, they immediately start making out. It's just like, hey, sorry I broke into your house. Is your daughter here? No, it's just me right now. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, then they kiss and start doing the devil's tango. Like, no meet cute, no build up. They just learned each other's names like 30 seconds ago. And then Zara comes home, walks in on them, and faints in the hallway.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Zara, are you okay?
Call 911.
Sit up. Good. Are you dizzy? Okay. Oh! Okay, we have to call Dr. Randy.
Ew, his skin, it's so close to me.
Man, like, what is Zac Efron doing to himself? Like, roided up, Thanos jaw? Like, this dude could have had it all, man. And like, I've seen some people say that Zac Efron hasn't gotten anything done, okay? He's just older now, so of course the entire structural shape of his face is different, idiot. But like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of counter evidence to refute that theory. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, live your life, do whatever you want, who cares? But yeah, so Zara freaks out that her 34-year-old movie star boss is devil's tangoing with her 50-year-old mom, which like, I don't know, man, for 50, like, or wait, actually, how old is Nicole Kidman? 57! This woman's 57?! I mean, if you're gonna get work done, at least get it done like this, okay? I mean, come on. Anyway, so yeah, Chris and Zara's mom decide to just end things because Zara's feelings are the most important, apparently, for some reason.
I came to your house looking for you so I could offer you this job. I think you're ready for it. If that's what it takes for you to come back and work for me, then so be it.
This whole thing with my mother, that's over. It's gotta be over. It's never happening again.
And you better believe she's real upset with her mom. I mean, come on, moms aren't supposed to be into this kind of filth. This is stuff dads do. You know, like when some guy will send some girl just like the nastiest DMs ever, and then his profile's like, proud father of 3.
Sorry, can we talk?
Not now, please.
I went a little crazy. I'm allowed, right?
I just want to give a shout out to everyone in this movie for never knowing what to do with their hands, like ever. Hey, so in this scene, I'm really upset and embarrassed about what just happened, so do you think maybe I should fold my arms or something? You know, like how like real people actually do? No, it's fine. Just stand there like a background character from a PS2 game. It's all good, don't worry about it. Now, this is where the movie suddenly like completely shifts over to having the mom be the main character. Like at first it's about Zara and her assistant job and how she's trying to be like a producer or like whatever, right? And her mom has one scene where we're supposed to glean all of her backstory. And then she makes out with Chris and suddenly the entire movie is about her, actually. And And Zara's upset that they got together without her permission, okay, like rude. Also, Zara's trying to get her friend to be a writer on Chris's movie that he's filming, but also Zara's other friend is having relationship problems.
I just can't believe he hired a writer without talking to me.
Oh, Malcolm still hasn't texted me back. That's weird. That's weird, right?
Oh, Liza Koshy's in this movie. Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be? Man, she must have been like so excited to be in this. Wow, Kathy Bates, Nicole Kidman, and Zac Efron, and then it's this. Oh, also, sorry, Zara's mom is still dealing with the death of Zara's dad, and also she's trying to get back into writing.
Thing here, just too many words. This reads like you're thinking of finally getting out there again.
I don't know. Everything I write sounds irrelevant to me. Do you feel irrelevant?
No, I find myself absolutely fascinating.
I haven't written anything for me in so long.
And while this is happening, Chris is trying to date Zara's mom, but also he's no longer fulfilled with his life as an action movie star, and he knows his movies are dumb, but he's already contracted out for like 6 of them, and what's he supposed to do with all this money he keeps making?
Cut. I was really good in that one.
No, you were great. They don't want you to shoot the gun in the scene.
Why? It's my motivation.
They're considering this a trailer shot, and they just want to keep guns and shooting out of the trailer.
Can just tell her not to interrupt my takes, okay?
No. I'm not telling her anything, Chris. It's your first day. You need to be able to speak to your own director.
So, like, what exactly is this movie about? Like, this is honestly one of the most unfocused movies I've ever seen. Because, like I said, Zara suddenly takes a backseat to her mom, even though literally the first 45 minutes of the movie are about Zara exclusively, and we know nothing about Zara's mom. Like, as dumb as the idea of You was, at least it knew what it was doing, okay? This movie's trying to be like 4 different movies all at the same time.
My mom, love in the afternoon to my evil boss, and now they're having dinner.
First of all, it's such an adorable reference that it almost makes it cute, and now I'm rooting for them. Second of all, you don't know that they had...
Shrek?
She was wearing the Vogue clothes.
Okay, yeah, they're making out.
I mean, like, even Kissing Booth at least tried to be something. Like, it wasn't very good, but, like, it had personality. This movie is just so boring and lifeless, and, like, it's just trying to do a little bit of 8 different things. Like, Zara's mom and Chris have a relationship that we never really get to see because it's mostly just told through montage. Zara's friends' relationship problems all happen off-screen. All the movie stuff with Chris could have been a really funny meta-commentary on, like, the state of superhero Fast and the Furious garbage coming out every year or whatever, but, like, it just falls completely flat.
So cool.
Talk to me, soldier!
So cool.
Hey!
Cool.
Hold on! Open your eyes, look at me, stay with me!
And the entire rest of the movie is Zara just whining about everything, all the time.
Baby, this is more than that.
More than that? No, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. Every girl that he dates thinks it's more than that, Mom. No, I mean it. Listen to me. It doesn't take a genius to know that he uses women.
No, seriously, Mom, you don't understand. He dates women, and then when he doesn't want to date them anymore, he breaks up with them. Like, who does he think he is, am I right? Come on, Mom, time to roll out the guillotine.
Do I even matter to you?
Of course. Of course you matter to me. I just don't see why it has to be one or the other.
You can't have both. You cannot have
Why?
both. Because, Mom, if you don't end this with him, Mom, I'm gonna have to move out.
My dude, you are 24. If you don't give me what I want right now, I'm moving out and getting my own place, Mom. And thank goodness for that. This whole thing is like LA Nepo Baby, the movie. Like Zara's famous millionaire author mom is dating her famous millionaire movie star boss guy. And she hates her really fun job as a movie star assistant because she wants to be a producer already. I mean, come on, she's already in her mid-20s. Like, who is this movie for? Anyway, so long story short, it's Christmas. Zara, her mom, Chris, and Zara's grandma all head off to this like cabin place and just have the most awkwardly edited conversation I've ever seen.
I think it was when I went to take a wee. Pitch black, so I figured the only way out was to go through.
Without water?
Yeah, nary a drop.
Are you
True. Midlife crisis vacation, so
That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, well, it's a good story.
This whole scene is edited the same way as like when a character in a movie has a bad dream, you know what I mean? But anyway, everything goes really well, and Zara kind of sort of starts to think that maybe there really is something real going on here. But as they're about to leave, Zara ends up finding a certain little something in Chris's bag. And so she's mad again because finally she had decided to allow them to date each other. I know, like she's being so nice right now. And then turns out Chris is just gonna dump her mom like he does all the other girls. So she preemptively just blows up their whole relationship.
You almost had me fooled, man. Almost got away with it. Every time he breaks up with a woman, every time, he gets them the same pair of diamond earrings.
Wait a second. I panicked and I didn't know what to get you.
Did he take you to New York Street, Mom?
But then, of course, the final act of the movie, Zara talks to everyone and realizes that her mom was happy, whether or not it was something super serious or not. And Chris actually really liked her mom and just got the earrings as like a normal gift.
I know you're not gonna believe me, but those earrings, they were just earrings.
It did cross my mind to end things with your mom, but only out of habit because I always run from something when it's too good for me. I forgot about the earrings. I forgot they were even in my bag.
Also, I like to chew on chain link fences for fun, can you tell? And also, she comes to realize that she's been a bad friend because she always makes everything about her all the time.
Zara, can you just stop, please, for like a second? Malcolm and I broke up.
I didn't tell you. I didn't think you had the capacity to, like, worry about me or care, frankly. Just.
Are you trying to say that I don't care about you?
Well, it's been a lot about you lately, Zara.
So, in the end, she uses her producing powers to set up this scene in a supermarket to bring her mom and Chris back together. And then 1 year later, at the wise old age of 25, Zara is now the head producer of Chris Inc. The end. So yeah. What even in the heck is this? Like, it's really something when you have a movie with Kathy Bates, Nicole Kidman, and Zac Efron, but then somehow the least unwatchable person here is Liza Koshy. And like, Zac Efron has really good comedy chops. I mean, 17 Again, Neighbors, Hairspray, but like, why is he so stilted in this movie? Now, I've said this before, but I feel like Netflix is sometimes a little too hands-off with their movies, you know what I mean? Like, this could have been pretty good, actually, but it just needed like another 3 rounds of editing or something. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.